I don't know about you, but I feel a lot better. Beating The Rock and regaining the WWE title just feels right, doesn't it? Unfortunately, there's still one more stop on the 2013 Redemption Tour. After my WrestleMania 29 loss to The Undertaker, I took a few months off to heal. Paul Heyman saw this as something vindictive. He took my absence as betrayal, and before I knew it, I was being attacked by his old pal, Brock Lesnar. Brock got involved in business that wasn't his, and I knew a match with no disqualifications was my best shot to even the odds. I would have walked away with the win, but I couldn't resist getting my hands on Heyman, which gave Brock the opening he needed.
Brock Lesnar has beaten CM Punk.
It was a brutal encounter, but if you keep your eye on the prize, you'll avoid taking a trip to Suplex City. Dish out some punishment to Paul if you get the chance, but walking out of SummerSlam 2013 with the win is the main goal. Don't make the same mistake I did.
The Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar, ready to face down Punk.
Banga coming to the ring by Paul Heyman from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 286 pounds, Brock Lesnar!
Flanked by his devious representative, Paul Heyman, the Beast incarnate is a three-time WWE champion, a 2000 college champion, a former MMA champion. We talked about this earlier tonight, Corey. You believe no disqualification will firmly favor Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar defeated one of the greatest MMA stars of all time in the Octagon. He defeated one of the biggest sports entertainment stars of all time, Triple H, inside a steel cage. So yeah, I believe no holds barred favors the Beast.
Heyman staring intently at his moneymaker. Remember, Heyman tossed Punk to the curb when CM Punk told him, "I don't want you in my business, but I want to remain friends." As soon as Punk couldn't make Heyman money, Heyman said, "See you, bye."
Well, that's just business.
Well, to Punk, it was personal. Gentlemen, it is time to find out, because this is one of the most highly anticipated matches that I can remember in the history of WWE.
This is one of those matches, guys, where you're just proud to be here to watch it.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
You know, CM Punk, when you see him in the locker room, he's always that guy that likes to joke around. He's always loose. He's always ready to go. But today, there was a different feeling around CM Punk. The intensity was there. CM Punk was completely focused throughout the entire day because he realizes he's headed into a fight. A no disqualification fight tonight against Lesnar, a man who outweighs him by 50 pounds.
CM Punk almost defeated the undefeatable The Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania. But this could be the biggest fight of CM Punk's life.
And let's not forget the list of injuries Brock Lesnar has given to CM Punk over the last month. He put 4 stitches into the chin of CM Punk. He caused rib injuries, a knee injury, an ankle injury as well. Brock Lesnar just feeding on Punk in recent weeks.
CM Punk asked for this. Punk wanted to take on his former best friend, Paul Heyman, and his new partner, Brock Lesnar. But if you ask me, Punk let emotions blind him here.
Yeah, it's all about vengeance for Punk against the man who betrayed him, Paul Heyman. But having to go through Brock Lesnar to do it is no simple task.
Uh-oh,
submission move. Fujiwara armbar. He's in excruciating.
Trying to find a way out. And he's out and delivers a knee. Big time height on that kick.
Inciting words from Paul Heyman and CM Punk recently. Quote, here's the harshest truth of them all. I betrayed you because without Paul Heyman, CM Punk is not the best in the world.
The paradox here is that I firmly believe when Punk and Heyman are aligned, CM Punk is indeed the best in the world. But right now, that title belongs to Brock Lesnar. And you know what gives him that slight edge? Having the greatest mind in sports entertainments.
Up high!
Wow! Cross body!
Something CM Punk must do tonight is bring the ferocity. Brock Lesnar is a vicious, unfeeling competitor. Punk has to be the same.
Well, the emotions involved in this match will help with that. You can tell this is a more intense CM Punk. Punk is more focused and vindictive than we've seen before.
Well-placed knees to the hamstring.
Corey, I know earlier tonight you said a no DQ environment favors the Beast, but I think this stipulation may just be the saving grace for CM Punk this evening. If Punk can grab a hold of something at ringside, it can be an equalizer. From the sky!
Good Lord, taking flight. The 1-2 punch of high risk, high reward.
Repeated knees to the hamstring.
Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
Somehow Punk has Brock Lesnar on the back foot here. And now that he's got that steel chair, watch out. Nicely done, managing to save themselves there. Good reflexes from him there. A razor-sharp chop there. Good Lord, brutally swinging that steel chair.
Oh, God, right to the cranium.
Brock must be phased after this string of action.
At the moment, Brock has no answer for Punk's raw determination.
Oh, no. Hitting the bullseye with that chair.
Repeated hits like that are going to add up very quick. Plenty of damage being dealt here.
Into a Falcon Arrow. Oh, he scattered that one. Lesnar showing how much punishment he can withstand before getting his own offense in.
Brock weathered the storm and wants to hail down thunder of his own.
Beautiful. Float over neckbreaker.
Picture perfect.
And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
Lesnar is getting shut down at every turn. And then follows it up with the line.
And guys, Punk might have this. He's got victory in his sights with Brock in this condition. Look ringside now, guys. This manager's doing something very suspicious. Launching. He fails to connect.
Oh, my goodness. Dribbling the
Hit on CM Punk. Punk powers out, still going strong.
Showing no signs of wear or tear even as this match goes on. Punk avoids the attack.
Yeah, he's absolutely in danger of losing it all here.
These two trading one blow after another. Fighting the Beast back.
This is more like a barroom brawl between these two.
Nothing pretty here, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe.
Ooh! Cracked with a Mongolian chop.
Hooked up, DDT.
He's climbing the turnbuckles to the top. Looking for something.
From the top.
Splash. Oh, he cuts it off. Lesnar caught off guard. Clothesline! He's leaving the ring now. No countouts to worry about.
Perched up top. Oh, brutal miscalculation.
CM Punk looking to show off his power game now. Butterfly backbreaker.
Looks to climb the top rope.
Watch out.
Diving knee drop. And the momentum's clearly against Brock now.
Yeah, Punk's wearing down Lesnar with intense precision here.
Lesnar able to stop the blitz that was coming his way.
Brock got tired of being pushed around, wants to gain the advantage now. Oh, Mongolian chop.
And Brock puts a stop to that. Brock Lesnar to break the arm. Rolling him into the Kimura lock. Submission. Will he tap? Good luck getting out of this. I guess that's one way to do it.
He's hooked up.
And uses the arm drag to reverse. And here we go. Locked in. It's locked in. He makes the choice to abandon the hold. Huge kick connects. Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Smothering offense from Punk here.
Punk knee in the corner, followed by a clothesline.
And the body continues to be the focus of the offense.
Yeah, it's a great way to slow down and debilitate your... opponent.
Big knee to stop the maneuver. Momentum isn't completely out of Brock's side just yet.
And if he's smart, he'll try and take advantage of the opening he's created.
Hard-hitting calf kick finds its mark.
Everything working against Lesnar now.
I must give credit. Catching Brock like this is an incredible challenge.
Attacking the hamstring with knee strikes. Just routing the back with those laces.
Isolating the arm.
He wants him back up so he can knock him back down.
That was a stiff shot with that kendo stick.
Ooh, down low and down he goes.
Propping him up in the corner. Short arm clothesline connects.
And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage. And remember, guys, this is a no disqualification match. Punk looking to put it away with a GTS to Lesnar. Lesnar's down. Cover by Punk. And Heyman now gets involved. Remember, no disqualification.
Well, Heyman's already betrayed Punk once recently. Now he does it again, breaking up a sure victory for CM Punk. And now Punk has lost the plot.
Heyman looks like he's about to soil himself. It's about self-preservation for Heyman.
Self-preservation is easy when you have the Beast Incarnate backing you up.
Went for the F5, but what a counter by Punk into a DDT. Cover now for the win over Lesnar and a kick out.
A late kick out, and Paul Heyman can't believe it, but now straight into the Anaconda Vice grip.
Punk squeezing with all of his might, trying to put down the Beast. And Heyman again.
Well, just when it looked like a tap-out was imminent from Brock Lesnar, Heyman involved in proceedings and gets peppered with a shot from CM Punk.
And Punk now finally taking his frustrations out on Heyman with the Anaconda Vice in front of the chair.
Well, Paul Heyman paying dividends right there for Brock Lesnar. The distraction enough to give the Beast the impetus to take control once again with that chair.
Not done yet.
Lesnar won't be done until Punk is completely destroyed.
And it looks like that moment is imminent, Corey.
Punk up on Lesnar's shoulders. Brock Lesnar marching around the ring. Oh, it delivers an F5 out of the chair. And And this is just the worst position Punk can. He covers. Is this it?
Could be.
Kicks out.
Good Lord, scarily close to 3.
Oh, look at this. German suplex. And not done yet. Another German.
Trio of wicked German suplexes.
Escape just in time.
Neckbreaker after the float over.
That was pretty. I wasn't sure Punk could keep up with Lesnar's hits, but here we are.
2 aggressive stars, so well matched, not in terms of physicality, but mentality.
Oh, right into a counter.
Adjusting their opponent against the turnbuckle. Oh yeah, from the top. Elbow drop connects. Punk knows he has to take his best shots at Brock Lesnar. The ferocity we have witnessed here tonight. The determined CM Punk opponent completely softened up here. What on earth is he cooking up from this position? Oh my! CM Punk! The plunge!
Will that be the deciding factor? For the win!
2. Brock's done. CM Punk overcame the Beast, and Paul Heyman schemes.
The winner of this match, CM Punk!
What a moment for CM Punk, proving the doubters, proving Paul Heyman wrong. On his own, with no one backing him up, CM Punk is still the best in the world.
Not even a beast can stand in his way. Defeating Lesnar, showing up Heyman. This is the ultimate moment of vindication for CM Punk. Enjoy it, Punk.
When I returned to WWE, I knew not everyone was going to be thrilled. Drew McIntyre made it clear to everyone watching that he was one of those people with an axe to grind. I don't know, maybe it's jealousy that I could be gone for over a decade and still have fans talking about me while he was on top. But then at the 2024 Royal Rumble, Drew nearly took it all away when his future shot DDT tore my tricep. So instead of competing at WrestleMania, I had to sit and watch. But I still managed to get involved.
Punk just dropped McIntyre on the table.
And then again at Clash in the Castle.
Oh my God! The balls of CM Punk!
And again at Money in the Bank, ruining Drew's cash-in.
Punk with the title to the face of McIntyre!
Good times. But I was finally cleared to return to action shortly after, and now we could finally settle things in the ring. SummerSlam saw him victorious after some truly atrocious officiating from Seth Rollins, but I'd get my payback at Bash in Berlin when I beat him in a grueling strap match. That put the series at 1-1, with both of us looking to attack the other whenever possible. Now this chaos led to one feasible outcome. It was time for us to go to hell in a cell. Beating Drew at Hell in a Cell was brutal, exhausting, and probably took years off of my life. But getting my arm raised was all worth it. Let's go back to that night, Bad Blood 2024. Get Drew in the cell, and let's show him that you can say whatever you want to about me, but when you bring a man's dog into things, that's a line you do not cross.
Drew McIntyre steps inside Hell for the 3rd time in his career.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 275 pounds, Drew McIntyre!
He's yet to win this matchup. Most notably, he lost the WWE Championship to Randy Orton in the Cell 4 years ago. Tonight, Drew McIntyre hopes to end that losing streak and CM Punk's career. You know, Corey, another interesting statistic. Drew McIntyre made his premium live event debut 15 years and 1 day ago. Ironically, in the Hell in a Cell premium live event. Oh, how Drew McIntyre has come so far from that day.
It has been a complete transformation since those days. This is a vengeful Scottish psychopath before us now, and I don't think anyone has given reason for Drew's wrath more than CM Punk.
It was 27 years ago to the day in St. Louis when the Hell in a Cell structure first surrounded the ring. The Undertaker faced Shawn Michaels in an epic battle. Since that night, Hell in a Cell has made history.
It's made history while simultaneously tearing flesh, shattering bodies, ending careers, and altering lives.
You can see by the look in McIntyre's eyes, he has one mission here tonight: to end CM Punk for good.
CM Punk in his career is 2-2 in Hell in a Cell matches, but this is his first time in the cell in nearly 11 years. Right here in Atlanta, CM Punk actually had a Hell in a Cell match and walked out victorious.
Yeah, but with all the disdain between Punk and McIntyre, I will be surprised to see anybody walking out of this structure in one piece tonight.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
And there's really no room to mince words. These men want to end each other's careers. They want to maim each other. They want to send each other to the hospital.
Well, if sending your opponent to the emergency room is the prime objective, I can't think of a more suitable setting. Punk has to tap into that side of himself tonight if he wants to walk out of the cell, or out of Atlanta at all. He said that Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
McIntyre said earlier, this is not going to be a classic. This is not going to be cinema. This is going to be mutually assured destruction. This is the final match in what has already been a brutal series between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. This is the 53rd match in history, being face first. Setting up. And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. This isn't about a win. This is about mutually assured destruction. Oh, look at this. Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect. We've had the opportunity to talk to some of the legends who have been in Hell in a Cell over the years. You ask a guy like The Undertaker, Wade, who's been inside this structure 14 times in his career. Every time he left, he was never the same.
That in and of itself is nothing short of miraculous. I doubt that record will ever be topped.
And how long can you last? How deep can you dig? How long will you be locked in this structure? You ask guys like Triple H and Shawn Michaels who had the longest ever Hell in a Cell match in over 47 minutes. Will Punk and McIntyre go longer than that tonight? Emotions running high, and this is the pain Punk promised to deliver onto McIntyre.
Wants to finish this. Incoming!
Off the top rope, a diving hammer strike. Early in this match, and these two have already unleashed some pretty heavy artillery on each other with no signs of relenting.
with the amount of absolutely visceral hate Punk and Drew have for each other. I think this match is going to need to be stopped before either of...
From the top, diving double axe handle.
Oh, I think the ring just moved. Oh, knee, back of neck. It's never been a matter of self-preservation with anybody I've seen step in the ring with CM Punk. McIntyre has made it abundantly clear. He wants to end Punk's career, ruin Punk's life tonight.
And Punk looks like he wants to do the same to McIntyre.
Listen, Punk said, despite the best efforts of my family to stop me from going into this matchup, he says, I can't afford a Hell in a Cell match at this point in my career, but if this means the end of my career, so be it, because I have to end Drew McIntyre.
Well, that just speaks volumes to how deeply under the skin of CM Punk McIntyre managed to get. No more playing games. The sledgehammer is out.
Caught with the full force of the sledgehammer. This crowd is learning, along with Drew McIntyre, that the inside of CM Punk's head is a scary, scary place. He is locked in and it has his opponent dead to rights.
Quick maneuvering, managing to avoid that bit of offense.
Corey, you probably know CM Punk better than any of us. You've seen Punk. You've seen the good and the bad side of this man.
Yeah, but even myself, I don't know what Punk is truly capable of. I've never been trapped inside Hell in a Cell with CM Punk. Listen, this may not be the man CM Punk wants to be, but this is who CM Punk has been. Who CM Punk is in his heart. No fear, no hope. Fight tonight like there's no tomorrow, because for Punk, there may not be.
And the same goes for a takedown into a small package, tightly hooked.
He kicks out with force.
But after shrugging off the pin, how much can he really have left?
Over the top and lands awkwardly outside.
Looking to explore every inch of hell here now. Caught that and reversed it.
This fight will not go down as a 5-star wrestling classic, that is for sure. These men want to punish and maim one another.
Limited only by the confines of the cell and their own imaginations.
Very few men are ever the same when they walk out of this structure. Ah, look at this, just cranking it out. Oh, and Punk is really putting the pressure on.
Punk finding the will to turn the tides inside the cell. He's got McIntyre reeling.
One step ahead there. Drew managing to get some control back now.
Now's a chance for McIntyre to get back into this match.
Restlessly hurled through the air. Punk dodges out in time.
Bam! Well-placed calf kick.
And Punk now lifting his opponent up and back down with a GTS. The lights are dimming for McIntyre. Punk about to take flight. CM Punk connects with the elbow drop.
Punk has McIntyre on Dream Street right now. Vicious. Intercepted with a clothesline to cut off the attack.
And a Claymore out of nowhere.
McIntyre might have him.
The cover! And a kick out. What on earth?
I don't believe it. Incredible resilience on display.
That was supposed to be it, and no one is more shocked right now. Arm is trapped. Crossface submission. Will they tap? And look it out.
His arm's trapped in the crossface, but he's able to shift his weight now, fighting his way out.
What resilience. Oh, look at this. Float over neck breaker. Picture perfect. He is looking to do some serious harm. Oh, and a double axe handle.
Out of the turnbuckle. German suplex.
What a display of strength here. Oh, God, face first. Stomping away, and then the knee right into the throat. Then a knee right to the throat. McIntyre turns things around.
We're locked in reversals here. Neither competitor intimidated.
Double underhook backbreaker.
And McIntyre on the receiving end again.
McIntyre tempted the devil inside the second city. From the top rope.
Elbow drop to the heart. And Punk had Drew right where he wanted him.
CM Punk hoists his opponent. GTS connects.
Can that finish McIntyre?
Mongolian chop.
And let's not forget the obsession Drew McIntyre had with... Trying armbar. And he's releasing the hold. I guess he might have something else in mind here. Out of the ring, still surrounded by the hell that is the steel structure.
Looks like the Road Crew left some tools under the ring, and it's going to get used again.
Punishing their opponent. Loving blows.
Drew McIntyre showing everyone why we call him the Scottish Psychopath.
Tossing them aside.
Impressive awareness from him.
DDT. And you notice the black armband on the left bicep of McIntyre. He told us he was wearing that tonight because this was Punk's funeral. He was wearing black on quote respect for CM Punk.
McIntyre also wanted to offer his apologies in advance for what he does to the straight-edge superstar.
Certainly a master stroke of mind games. We'll find out if Drew McIntyre can do what Punk claimed. Did McIntyre summon the devil himself, or has Drew been successful in clouding Punk's headspace? Is Punk's psyche all over the place because he's clouded by...
And here we go. Locked in. It's locked in. And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
McIntyre. Future shot DDT.
And this has to be it.
It only gets a 1 count.
It might be stubbornness or it might be lunacy, but he is refusing to stay down here. Just clubbing down.
We all knew this wasn't going to be a 5-star wrestling classic.
An incredible match. Can't call it a fight. This has been an out-and-out brawl. Does McIntyre cap this off? The cover!
Oh, my God.
Just barely more than one. What on earth are we witnessing?
McIntyre needs to find a recourse, find another option to take this match.
Driven down face first. McIntyre wants to prove to the WWE Universe that he's a man of his word. That the Scottish Warrior would be the one responsible for ending Punk once and for all. Showing Punk the door here.
Moving out from the ring closer to those towering walls of the cell. Oh, chin-breaking uppercut. He gets back into the ring. Face first. Setting up on a Koji clutch lock. Not sure what he's thinking. Letting go here. Face first. Setting up. And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold.
Yikes, that'll either wake you up or knock you out.
Folks, this is difficult to watch.
Yeah, every subsequent blow to the head just gets worse and worse. I think they should just call this match and get a doctor in here ASAP.
Triangle armbar. Triangle armbar. Submission hold in. Wrenching in the submission even tighter. We could see him tap at any moment. Trying to break out of this grip and is able to do it. Escapes the hold before irreparable damage is done.
Devastating neck breaker.
Oh, what a chop! And now tying up the leg. Looks like a play to go after the legs now.
Jarring Enziguri out of the blue.
What a match this has been. What a fight.
We always say that anything can happen in WWE, and this audience has seen that firsthand. This could be it. He could win it all here. And he kicks out of the pin and won.
It's not over yet. Start the chance. This is awesome.
Ooh, slam. Let's go, kiss. McIntyre goes into the cover. This could do it. Oh, that kick out.
I don't know how he did it, but this match is not. McIntyre perhaps looking for that kill shot. Looking to end this thing with.
He finds a counter to McIntyre there.
Avoided any damage there. Gentlemen, we are witnessing.
Wow, look out. It's on now.
Bang! Crucial counter there.
Neither competitor shows any signs of letting up or slowing down here. Ooh.
This is a war of attrition with neither superstar wanting to be the one who surrenders.
Ooh. This has turned into a violent game of chicken. Who's going to step off the gas first?
About to be locked in. Here we go, guys. Got turned onto their stomach. He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
Punk peppering his opponent with attacks. Uranagi into the Anaconda.
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it. Just sent crashing to the arena floor. Now to the ring, to the confines of the chain link enclosure. Oh, he timed that counter well. Uh-oh, Punk taking a look under the ring apron now.
Retrieving a wrench from underneath the ring.
Not looking in any condition to fight. More like a sitting duck here. Oof, hitting him with that wrench.
Boom! And I think everyone knows what is coming up next.
Punk missed with a wrench and a low blow by McIntyre.
And remember, that is completely legal. It is distasteful, but it's highly effective, and all the wind knocked out of Punk's sails.
Who cares about being tasteful when you're locked inside of Hell in a Cell, Wade? Drew McIntyre came here to destroy Punk once and for all.
And now McIntyre going to introduce the steel steps into this matchup. The Scottish Warrior, this Terminator, just destroying Punk.
Well, you wanted hell, Punk? You're getting hell. You are locked in there, no escape, and your demise may be imminent.
Punk trying to summon the will to continue, and what does McIntyre have inside of that little bag, gentlemen?
I can only imagine what this sicko has in mind.
The Scottish psychopath Cooking up something dastardly, no doubt.
Oh my God, the disrespect.
Adding insult to injury.
Those are the beads of Punk's bracelet.
Were the beads of Punk's bracelet. And McIntyre now looking to just finally put Punk away.
No! McIntyre might have just broken his back.
Oh, God, the sharp edge of that steel digging in to the lower back of McIntyre, who may be crippled. And now with the upper hand is CM Punk.
This is one of the most brutal matches I've ever witnessed inside Hell in a Cell.
Punk trying to shove those beads down McIntyre's throat. Here it comes, the end.
GTS connects. Cover off the go-to-sleep by Punk. And he got him. What a win, what a match.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
CM Punk earned this victory.
Such a drawn-out, heated rivalry, but finally conquering McIntyre is CM Punk.
For as clear as Drew made it that he was not happy to have me back, it was nothing in comparison to the noise generated about me by the constant thorn in my side, Seth.
Enjoy the show.
Much like Drew, Rollins had a bit of a tantrum when I walked through that curtain at Survivor Series after nearly 10 years away from WWE. I knew we were on a collision course. After Hell in a Cell, I took a little time to heal. Once I felt good, a special request from Paul Heyman led me to joining the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series to help Roman Reigns in his quest to dismantle the new Bloodline. Once that was settled, I focused solely on Seth. We were set to battle at the first Raw of 2025, and after waiting a decade for this opportunity, I certainly wasn't going to let anything go wrong. So let's go back to January 2025, the start of a new era, and beat Seth Rollins in front of the entire world.
Seth freaking Rollins is motivated as we've ever seen him. This is personal.
The people are singing Rollins' song. This is Rollins' battle cry as he heads to war with CM Punk.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins!
Ladies and gentlemen, over 20 years ago, Seth Rollins got in a car and drove from Iowa to the East Coast to try out for CM Punk's training school. He redefined himself in his craft. Rollins and Punk would reunite briefly in NXT, and then the Shield would become mercenaries for Punk. And Punk would leave WWE for personal and professional reasons. Talk negatively about WWE, while Rollins carried WWE on his back for a decade. CM Punk would return to WWE 14 months ago to huge fanfare, the support of the fans and many in the back, and that didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins was going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight. Seth freaking Rollins versus a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk.
And this capacity crowd just exploded. They know exactly what time it is.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
And this is CM Punk's first singles match since October, since that brutal Hell in a Cell match against Drew McIntyre. It's Punk's first match on Monday Night Raw, period, since 2014.
Seth Rollins prides himself on being the absolute workhorse of WWE. You have to imagine he sees that as a point in his favor here, a clear advantage he has over Punk.
CM Punk and Seth Rollins, two men who are completely beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent, their work ethic, and their passion and drive.
But as similar as they are in those respects, where they have diverged has become a point of contention between both of them, which has brought us to this point in the main event of a historic Monday Night Raw.
A magical feeling in the air as Seth freaking Rollins faces off against a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk. Two men who are beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent and work ethic.
However, there is absolutely no love lost between these two men. Two absolute legends in their own right, but where Rollins carried this company for the past 10 years, Punk went to MMA. He went to other companies and he talked harshly about WWE, all before being welcomed back with open arms.
Yeah, that really didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins was going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight. Turned that around and replied with a boot.
You want to talk about dream matches? Even before the animosity started to boil between these two, CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins represented the best of their respective eras.
These men had some interactions, even some battles during Punk's previous run in WWE, but back then, Seth Rollins was only starting to gain notoriety as a member of the Shield.
Consider this, guys. When Punk left WWE, Seth Rollins had yet to capture a singles championship on the main roster. Now he's a Grand Slam champion in WWE, a four-time WWE champion, a Royal Rumble winner, and a soaring. This is big time.
Boom! If Seth freaking Rollins wants to finally earn a high-profile victory over CM Punk, he's going to have to do everything in his power to resist Punk's mind games.
Well, I agree with that sentiment, Wade, but come on. Let's not pretend that Punk's immune to the psychological attacks the Architect is capable of.
Indeed, guys, Rollins and Punk are two masters at getting under the skin of their opponents. The big question is, who can execute on their plans first? CM Punk has been very public about the many injuries that Rollins has suffered over the years. He'll no doubt be looking to target those areas tonight.
Rollins' neck, his lower back, that surgically repaired knee. Look, you can even see the brace. There's no doubt that Rollins is something of a moving target tonight, at least in Punk's eyes. But Rollins can target Punk too. Don't forget about that triceps injury from last year, because Rollins definitely has it.
And this one's taken to the outside.
The visionary allowing us all to appreciate his very presence.
Picture perfect. Is this it? Is this the end? And shoulders up before a count of one.
Looks like it's going to take much more here. Stiff kick.
Oh, look at this. Neck breaker after the float over.
That was pretty.
He gets sent straight down to the floor.
He wants this fight on the outside. Ripcord lariat. Stumbling to his his feet. He might just be rising to meet his end here.
Oh my goodness, diving moonsault from the apron.
Completely tossing all caution to the wind.
Going for broke, and it paid off. Amazing action so far in the main event of an historic episode of Monday Night Raw. We've seen so many unforgettable moments tonight as the show makes its debut on the biggest streaming service in the world.
And I can think of no matchup more worthy of this show's main event than two generational talents in the form of CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins.
Given the major stakes in this match and the high-profile nature of this event, I expect a lot of leeway from the official in this match. Nobody wants to see this one end in a count-out or disqualification. Oh!
The fans in the front rows are getting their money's worth tonight.
Knee right to the face!
Oh, man. Punk famously said the night after he returned to WWE, quote, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." He said he doesn't care what others think of him anymore, and he's proven it true thus far.
That may be true, Corey. A master on the microphone like Punk doesn't often let words of others get to him, but certain actions can still set this man off. Of that, I am sure.
Indeed.
Oh, perhaps he should have been paying more attention.
He quickly slides into the ring.
CM Punk turning his attention to the WWE Universe now. The ref's count continues. He better hustle back into the ring.
CM Punk had suffered some injuries since his return. In fact, he tore his tricep at the Royal Rumble a year ago and was out of action for over 6 months. Punk says that tonight he's completely healed. But Wade, you're an athlete. Never divulge the extent of your injuries, right?
Oh.
And CM Punk to Rollins off the crossbody. Rollins, though, able to roll through.
Just amazing power and timing from Seth Rollins. We've seen it throughout his career. And now, catching CM Punk with a GTS. Punk rather fortuitously rolling all the way to the outside to safety. Although in hot pursuit now, Seth Rollins.
And Rollins limping around the ring, favoring his leg. And now just mocking and having his way with Punk.
Rollins has waited for this moment for far, far too long. This victory is going to be one of the sweet... Wait a minute!
Oh my goodness! Cover! Is it enough and a kick out?
While catching Seth Rollins with his own stomp and coming within a millisecond of victory here.
And Punk not done yet. Pounding away on Rollins. Frustration setting in.
I mean, years of bad blood and verbal jousts between these two are about to come to a head.
Seth able to counter GTS, looking to deliver one of his own.
Oh, and he connected.
And Punk kicks out. I don't know if it's resiliency, I don't know if it's sheer instinct, but I do know that tonight, CM Punk will not allow Rollins to be the better man. Rollins looking to end it.
Oh, Seth Rollins with a massive stop.
Here's Seth's big chance.
Oh, he was almost finished.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always find a way to survive and continue fighting.
Rollins is starting to lose his temper. He needs to put that aside and refocus. Good technique reversing Rollins.
Going big here.
What a crossbody.
Threw caution to the wind, and it paid off big time.
And Punk making his way back to the ring. He's perched in the corner, Seth stalking it with the stomp.
Will that close Punk out?
Two. Rollins did it. Seth Rollins just beat CM Punk.
Here is your winner.
A magical feeling in the air as Seth freaking Rollins faces off against a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk. Two men are beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent and work ethic.
However, there is absolutely no love lost between these two men. Two absolute legends in their own right, but where Rollins carried this company for the past 10 years, Punk went to MMA. He went to other companies and he talked harshly about WWE, all before being welcomed back with open arms.
Yeah, they really didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins was going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight.
Able to slip out of that situation.
Gentlemen, here's an astonishing fact. This is CM Punk's first match on Raw in almost 11 years.
The last time Punk competed on WWE's flagship show, it was a week before the 2014 Royal Rumble. And in a little more than 4 weeks, both men will take part in the 2025 Royal Rumble with the aim to earn a main event spot at WrestleMania 41.
I'd say either of these men has a good chance at claiming a main event spot at WrestleMania if they don't destroy each other.
Batten down the hatches. These two are loaded.
Oof! No end in sight to this exchange.
Neither competitor is backing down. Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up.
Toe-to-toe, treating each other like heavy bags.
Just emptying everything they've got now.
Spin kick to the midsection. Neckbreaker after the float over. That was pretty. Amazing action so far in the main event of an historic episode of Monday Night Raw. We've seen so many unforgettable moments tonight as the show makes its debut on the biggest streaming service in the world.
And I can think of no matchup more worthy of this show's main event than two generational talents in the form of CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins.
Given the major stakes in this match and the high-profile nature of this event, I expect a lot of leeway from the official in this match. Nobody wants to see this one end in a count-out or disqualification.
Tossed back into the ring.
O'Connor roll.
Shoulders are down. This could be it. Referee in great position.
He's not letting anyone get away with a lazy pin.
Not a good spot to be in. Shoulders down. This could be it. No, holy kick out.
He came out here tonight prepared for a lengthy match. He's just getting started.
Incoming. Looks like he's got something in mind for ringside here.
Crashing into the barricade with such force. Boom!
Oh! CM Punk struggling a bit here. Not the welcome return to competing on Raw he had hoped thus far.
Pinpoint aim right to the arm.
This rivalry has been brewing for years and escalating for months. Rollins was seething upon Punk's return at Survivor Series 2023, remembering the years that Punk spent disparaging WWE.
And the tensions grew when Rollins was a special guest referee at SummerSlam last year, counting the pinfall victory for Drew McIntyre over Punk.
Both men with ample reason to
Look at this! All the way down to the floor.
Took that high risk, but just got a whole lot of nothing for it.
Plus landed awkwardly. Could be seriously injured now.
CM Punk playing to the crowd now. Now heading outside. Heading into the crowd now. This could get dangerous. That's what I love about WWE. There's no telling where the matches will go.
And that was some vicious DDT we just saw. Oh, deafening blow to the chest. Oh, float over a Russian leg sweep. Unloading haymakers amongst the WWE Universe. Seth Rollins desperately needs to figure this out.
And CM Punk is keeping the pressure on, completely taking it to Rollins here.
And he's leaving the ring for the moment. And slides back into the ring.
CM Punk rallying the crowd behind him.
Beautiful. Float over neck breaker. Picture perfect. CM Punk had suffered some injuries since his return. In fact, he tore his tricep at the Royal Rumble a year ago and was out of action for it. And CM Punk to Rollins off the crossbody. Rollins, though, able to roll through.
Just amazing power and timing from Seth Rollins. We've seen it throughout his career. And now, catching CM Punk with a GTS. Punk rather fortuitously rolling all the way to the outside to safety. Although in hot pursuit now, Seth Rollins.
And Rollins limping around the ring, favoring his leg.
I hit your move. They sing my song. All of this.
And now just mocking and having his way with Punk.
Rollins has waited for this moment for far, far too long. This victory is going to be one of the sweet... Wait a minute!
Oh my goodness! Cover! Isn't it up? And a kick out!
While catching Seth Rollins with his own stomp. I'm coming within a millisecond of victory here.
And Punk not done yet. Pounding away on Rollins. Frustration setting in.
I mean, years of bad blood and verbal jousts between these two are about to come to a head.
Seth able to counter GTS. Looking to deliver one of his own.
Oh, and he connected.
And Punk kicks out.
Opponent doubled over. This doesn't look good.
Rollins with the stomp.
Did Rollins get enough of it?
Shoulders down. What? You've got to be kidding me.
We have just witnessed next level grit, resilience, and even more so, defiance. How do you stop that?
Seth Rollins in deep thought, hoping to conjure one last move to win this. And with more punishment landing on the body, he must be getting winded.
I think that's something. CM Punk from the top rope. Bullseye with the elbow.
Punk in the driver's seat now. He's got Rollins right where he wants him at.
What's it going to take to end it? It might be this.
Boom! GTS.
That could end Rollins right now.
Suplex. Turns that back on CM Punk.
Oh, down hard from the electric chair position.
He's able to counter that.
Brilliant countering by both competitors.
German suplex released.
And Seth has to love this. Has to love seeing the pain starting to set in on the face of CM Punk.
Lifting them up. Go! Sleep!
Stealing a page straight from his opponent's playbook there.
2 count. Shoulder up before 3.
Kicking out, saving himself from the embarrassment of losing to his own move.
And we know Rollins has a temper. You have to think he's starting to get in his own head a bit.
Misses on the springboard.
Regalplex.
The visionary, the revolutionary, the architect, Seth Rollins, the second city saint, the voice of the voiceless, the ever-controversial CM Punk. A match... The next level accuracy needed to hit that move cannot be understated.
And the body control, just amazing athleticism. Manages to reverse it.
Rollins looking to bait his opponent into a mistake.
Still fighting back. Look at him go. And he tosses him back in now.
The springboard attack fails to land.
Countered by CM Punk.
Textbook snap suplex.
He's headed to the top now.
Stalking from above.
From way up, dominating double axe handle.
Back up top. CM Punk.
Flying elbow drop.
Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact. Uh-oh, sweet dreams coming.
Go to sleep.
Now CM Punk needs to end this.
And shifting over for the cover.
There's two. Oh, not yet. They just got the shoulder up.
Seth freaking Rollins with a close freaking call.
Opponent lifted up. Jaw. Meet knee. Go to sleep. And at this point, that has to do it.
Two. Punk wins. Punk beats Rollins.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
What a fight, what a night, and what a win. CM Punk once again showing why he is indeed the best in the world.
This truly was a battle between two men at the absolute top of the mountain when it comes to professional wrestling. This really could have gone either way a number of times, but in the end, Punk had Rollins' number.
Yeah, but don't think this is over for Rollins. If anything, this result is only going to enrage him even more, set him off even more on his self-imposed crusade against CM Punk.
WrestleMania 41 was supposed to be the culmination of all those years of hard work. After all the ups and downs, all roads pointed to the one location I'd always dreamed of, the main event of WrestleMania. My victories over Drew and Seth had shown that I was still at the top of my game. After I eliminated both Roman and Rollins at the 2025 Royal Rumble, I soon found myself tossed over and thrown to the floor. And that allowed Rollins to release all his frustrations, taking Roman out with a stomp, attacking me, and punctuating the whole mess with another stomp on Roman. So when Heyman announced that the three of us would meet in the main event on the first night of WrestleMania 41, that's when I struck. I used my earned favor from Survivor Series to request Heyman be in my corner that night. This infuriated Roman Reigns, who would not listen to reason, insistent that Heyman had turned his back on his tribal chief. And in all the madness, Roman and I both lost sight. We never thought that night would end the way it did.
Oh, no!
Heyman betraying both of us.
Oh, my God! What the hell did we just witness?
I can't think of a better candidate for slingshot tech to address. It took my whole career to get to that main event. So let's go back to WrestleMania 41 and get me the win that I was well on my way to earning. Let's destroy the architect's plans. Let's show the Oracle that he doesn't see all. And let's force Roman Reigns to acknowledge us.
Here comes Seth freaking Rollins.
the visionary, and the revolutionary of WWE.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins!
Officially the coolest entrance living every man's dream, Seth freaking Rollins.
Las Vegas serenading Seth freaking Rollins.
You guys remember what happened 10 years ago up in California, the Bay Area? Seth Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank in the heist of the century at WrestleMania.
An iconic call for an iconic performance. Seth needs another one of those iconic moments this evening against two of the best this industry has ever seen.
A 14th appearance at WrestleMania, the third time he's been in the main event.
Come to WrestleMania for the wrestling, but stay for the karaoke. We've got a bit of everything tonight here in Vegas.
The OTC has arrived in Sin City.
From Pensacola, weighing at 265 pounds, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
For a record 10th time, Roman Reigns will main event WrestleMania.
A titan of this industry marching to the ring with his signature celestial swagger, the epitome of ice-cold, effortless cool.
Roman Reigns with a record of 9-3 at WrestleMania. Guys, there are only a handful of men in history with more wins than Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. 3 of those men are The Undertaker, John Cena, and the Game Triple H.
Pressure? What pressure? It's only the main event of WrestleMania. But this is a road Roman Reigns has taken many times before.
This man has a locker at the main event of WrestleMania. This is where Roman Reigns lives.
A lot of questions this week about who would carry the Ula Fala to the ring. Paul Heyman would normally do that. Tonight, Roman Reigns come to the ring with the Ula Fala on his neck himself. And for the first time in many, many years, Roman Reigns heads into battle alone.
The Ulafala symbolizes the head of the family. And when you talk about Roman Reigns' family, you're talking about one of the most successful and powerful families in the history of wrestling. Tens of thousands of ones to the sky here in Las Vegas.
The Anoa'i family dominance continuing here at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns in a triple threat match for pride and glory. Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk is in the main event of WrestleMania.
It has to be a surreal moment for CM Punk.
Accompanied to the ring by WWE Hall of Famer, the Wise Man, Paul Heyman, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins look thoroughly disgusted over the fact that Paul Heyman walked down to the ring with the Second City Saint. It is CM Punk's first WrestleMania match in 12 years. Remember, he missed last year's WrestleMania with a torn triceps, and this year he goes into triple threat action with Reigns and Rollins, two men that he cannot stand. Triple threat rules. The first man to gain pinfall or submission will win this match. There are no countouts, no disqualifications. He's won championships, he's made friends, he's made enemies. Tonight is CM Punk's night. Tonight is CM Punk's main event.
Well, pressure has always been CM Punk's playground. The fire has always been burning, and his only addiction is wrestling.
It's a clash of the Titans here at WrestleMania. The original tribal chief, the visionary, the best in the world in a triple threat match.
Punk has waited a long time for this, to main event the show of shows. And to make things better, he gets a chance to take down the two men who have been standing in his way since his return.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins think they run WWE, that this is their world that Punk has stepped into. But they've got plenty of history to work out between themselves too. This is going to be one for the ages.
It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other people's talents. In CM Punk's corner tonight, though, the question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
Well, I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes way back, he and CM Punk. Opting for the kendo stick. He's not worried about getting too fancy here. Man, that is going to lead.
He goes for the cover. Oh, just like that, he stops the referee's count.
Yeah, he was not willing to chance things at all.
CM Punk, who burst out of the scene. CM Punk showed up at ECW, run by Paul Heyman, when he was only a teenager, wanting to break into the business. He would get to the WWE developmental territory and become Heyman's best friend.
Punk made being a Paul Heyman guy a cool thing to be. Everyone has profited from their association with the Wise Man.
And you could argue that the greatest benefactor was the 1,316-day reign of of the Tribal Chief.
But look at everything Roman did for Paul Heyman in Paul Heyman's career. Riding the gravy train of Roman Reigns, and now to turn his back on him for tonight.
Shoving him into the corner.
Across the top rope. Look, the most intelligent competitor in a battle knows that there are many roads to victory, including the low road.
Beautiful. Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
He gets into the ring.
Sheesh, that's going to leave a mark. Whack! This is turning into Swanson Street. This is certainly an effective use of a foreign object.
Solid bit of defense on his part there.
And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act by Punk, and both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins know that.
Well, Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out of it.
Knee right in the moneymaker.
What's Punk got forthcoming?
Maybe looking for a powerbomb here. But shots to the head quickly put a stop to that.
And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company, badmouthed the company for many years, while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
Roman spear! Will Reigns close this out?
Beautiful! Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
Oh my God, in the spine.
That'll make your legs go numb.
On a well-placed calf kick there.
No count out as he takes things out of the ring.
From way up. Oh, it misses the mark.
Making his way to the top here. Oh, he had that scouted.
Lift off.
Whoa! Cross body!
A DDT drives that head into the ground. Getting put against the turnbuckles.
Defiant counter to Reigns.
Seth Rollins just goading his opponent.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring. And now Reigns is starting to look like a man who realizes he is the tribal chief with no followers to come to his aid. Seen Rollins do this before. Going for the pin for the win. Intercepts the pin attempt. What a counter by Rollins. Beautiful. Neck breaker after the float over. Launched into the air with a back body drop. From the middle rope. Oh, what a splash. Taking off from the ropes. Reigns with a schoolboy, not done yet. Lifted up his opponent. Powerbomb. Ah, jumping knee strike. Lights out. Everything he can do to create space here. Calf kick finds the mark.
Opened up the floodgates. The block. Nice movement from Punk, and the Uranagi connects. And now, an Anaconda Vice locked in.
After everything he's been through, will he give in right now? Will his a couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it.
This has been a hurricane.
Rollins drops his opponent.
The star connects. CM Punk doesn't know where he is.
For the pin.
What? How do you even do that? Kicking out
as well.
Rollins trying to prevent that GTS on Reigns, but he's about to eat one himself.
Oh, bang! Spear! Stop! Everybody down!
Oh, what a moment of chaos in this match. If any man here can get a cover, it could be victory, but wait up. Lurking is Paul Heyman with a steel chair.
And no shocker here, handing the chair to his friend, CM Punk. And this, guys, this could be the ultimate betrayal of Roman Reigns.
Oh, Heyman went for a low blow, but caught by CM Punk.
What the hell is Heyman thinking?
And now Punk with a roundhouse kick to Reigns.
Well, Heyman tried to stab his man, CM Punk, in the back, but was denied. But now Rollins with a low blow of his own on Punk. What the hell is going on?
And now Heyman handing the chair to Rollins. What the hell? Oh, no!
The devil's work is afoot tonight.
Plan B all over again.
That pathetic Paul Heyman. Oh, wrestling him down.
It's cinched in. This could be over. Looking to free the arm and does just that. Looking for the double underhook. Here it comes. Right about now, Roman Reigns demands acknowledgement. Rollins has the target acquired. Here it comes. Stop. Now Rollins needs to end this. Rollins lining up. Knees.
Rollins goes into the cover. This could do it. No, stops the count at 2.
Almost inhuman at this point.
Charging himself up and going in for the kill with it.
Stop.
Is it enough to overcome Punk?
Spinning kick to the gut.
Superman punch.
Uh-oh, it's the red, white, and blue Thunder Bomb.
His core clearly the offensive focus right now.
Oh, Roman Reigns locked and loaded, measuring his opponent. Here we go. Fair.
Reigns put his stamp up. CM Punk looking to turn out the lights.
The goal sweep GTS from Punk.
That has Roman counting the lights.
Sling blade.
I'm stunned, this crowd is stunned, and yet the battle just continues.
Really no words to jump.
Here we go.
Leaping high. We have a pin. Shoulders are down. No, 2 count.
So late into the match and still able to kick out. Incredible. Went for the kendo stick, and the welts will quickly follow.
Seth is down for the count. He did not want things to end this way. Scouted it and fired back with a punch straight to the face. Hidden ring!
We know what Seth has in store for an old brother here.
Taking things.
Rollins with a head of steam. Big air.
Stomp into the... Punk's had enough. He's looking to end this here. Gotta sleep. That spells doom for Rollins.
Into the pin. 2 count. Punk has beat the odds. Has defeated both Reigns and Rollins.
Here is your winner,
A moment of pure vindication here for CM Punk.
This was a lifetime in the making, and it couldn't have been any harder earned. Punk had to get through Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to finally taste a main event victory here at WrestleMania.
But now he's done it. The Second City Saint is victorious at the Showcase of the Immortals.
Now that's more like it. Standing triumphant at WrestleMania 41 thanks to you. Something I really like about this slingshot technology is I'm not restricted to only my matches. I have the power to jump into the boots of other superstars and change the course of their career too. And I can think of no better choice than the main event of 1997 Survivor Series. That's right, the infamous night that saw Bret Hart defend his championship against Shawn Michaels. They had so many epic battles, but after a particularly painful loss to Michaels at WrestleMania 12, Bret would take a sabbatical from WWE, eventually returning late in 1996. By the spring of 1997, things were much different than WWE. Bret and his family had reformed a bigger and better Hart Foundation, while Shawn and his friends created DX. Are you ready? The two groups despised each other, and after months of chaos, it all led to Survivor Series. And it was on that night that Shawn would steal the championship and send Bret Hart packing to WCW in an event known as the Montreal Screwjob. It's no secret that I'm a Bret Hart fan, and I consider him one of the greatest of all time. So let's hop into Bret's boots and take on Shawn Michaels in his prime, something I never got to do. The plan is simple. Avoid the sharpshooter, and we'll be okay. But if Shawn can apply the hold, we know exactly what is going to happen. Slingshot Tech, take us to the 1997 Survivor Series in Montreal.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
Possibly the two biggest egos in all of wrestling history are about to collide here tonight.
From San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the WWE European Champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
How many times have we heard Shawn Michaels say, "I won't lay down for anybody"? And how many times have we heard Bret say, he's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be? It is put up or shut up time for both men.
Well, Shawn Michaels certainly not endearing himself to the fans here in Canada.
Well, HBK is arrogant, but he is the greatest athlete in the history of World Wrestling Entertainment, bar none.
I'd like to see you tell Bret Hart that. You can feel the electricity.
His opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 234 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart.
And what an ovation for the 21-year veteran who debuted at the age of 19 in 1976 in Calgary.
Shawn Michaels would not allow D-Generation X to accompany him to the ring tonight, and likewise, Bret Hart would not allow the Hart Foundation to accompany him either.
You know, this is not about the money. This might not even be about the title.
These two men truly believe in their hearts that they are the better man.
Oh, come on, guys. Let's not kid ourselves. This is all about power. You know it, and I know it.
The WWE Championship, one of the most highly contested titles in the world of professional wrestling. Will Bret Hart remain champion? Will Shawn Michaels carry the gold once again? There is so much electricity in the air here tonight in Montreal. This is always going to be a big match for both Shawn and Bret, but squaring off in Montreal only adds to the importance of tonight. This isn't just a huge match for both these men. This may be one of the biggest matches we've ever seen in WWE.
Yeah, the title almost feels secondary tonight, which is crazy to even say out loud. This feud has been boiling for years, and it never seems like it will fully be settled. I know this is going to be one we'll talk about for years.
And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like that kids are getting detention mimicking DX, but you can't deny they've struck a nerve through every arena we visit.
He answers right back.
Knee drop. Oh, wicked kick to the lower back.
And a trampling stomp.
Every shot these two throw at each other tonight is being delivered with such venom, such disdain.
Oh, that's to be expected the way these two have been exchanging verbal jabs at each other for a long time now.
I can only put it this way. The words Bret and Shawn use for each other are not suitable for children to hear.
To be honest, they're not suitable at a bar either, Wade.
Oh, no, not at all. You'll have quite the ruckus at the pub using the names Bret and Shawn have called each other.
Sudden cutoff from Bret.
And an armbar applied here, stretching that shoulder.
You have to protect your shoulders from hits like that. You don't want to compromise your ability to throw a punch or lock in a hold.
Bringing this back into the ring.
Some intimidation tactics from Shawn Michaels.
Taken down with a crucifix.
This Canadian biased crowd continues to let Shawn Michaels know what they think about him. A very hostile environment for HBK.
Yeah, and Shawn has never done himself any favors towards changing their opinion either. At least we can say Michaels isn't prejudiced to who he insults. If you have a pulse, you're fair game. I can't think of two men who are more equally matched than Shawn and Bret. This has been an absolutely incredible year for both of them, possibly the pinnacle of both of their careers.
It'll be interesting to see what the deciding factor in this match is. Right now, you have to think this is all about surviving here at Survivor Series.
Leaning against the turnbuckle now.
And if Bret Hart isolates the leg and feels the advantage in the legs, Wade, he won't go anywhere else.
You're right, because all that's in the back of his mind is the sharpshooter. It's that precise breakdown of his target that has made the Hitman who he is.
Denying the attack from Michaels.
Hitman with an opening.
What power! This is how Bret wanted it. A public assault of Michaels in front of the Canadian people.
And a well-timed counter.
Every maneuver being returned with counter-fire.
A masterful display of defense from both wrestlers.
Disheartening position for HBK.
Hitman proving he's done his homework on HBK right here.
And something Bret has to know is all the attributes Shawn possesses, Michaels might have more cardiovascular conditioning here. Michaels is insanely resilient. Remember what Michaels did, Corey, in St. Louis just a month ago. Figure 4. Leg lock.
Needs to find a way out, reversing the pressure. That'll break the hold.
Anticipation. Looks like he's coming back in. Oh, punch to the... And they're going shot for shot, blow for blow.
Back back and forth. Neither one giving up any ground.
Blow after blow. Test of endurance at this point.
Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up.
Clearly now being fueled by a righteous fury. And this bloodthirsty crowd is loving it. Putting him in the corner for something here.
The Hitman with a vicious kick to the body. And now Hart looking to ratchet up the intensity even higher. Has both legs trapped, wrapped around the ring post. Figure 4 is cinched in.
Ring post figure 4 by Bret Hart.
Bret's bent on destroying HBK with moves like that.
What are they doing here? And to speak on the elephant in the room. Yes, there's been a lot of speculation that if Bret Hart loses this match, this will be his last match in WWE.
Yeah, I tried to get a word from the Hitman earlier today about the rumors, but I was quickly escorted away by his Hart Foundation brethren.
It's from the top.
Crash and burn.
Top things to the high-rent district, but the price ended up being way too steep.
The defensive elbow to the gut ends that.
Drop kick. Beautiful.
Once again having the wind knocked straight out of it.
Putting some serious wear and tear on that leg. Side Russian leg sweep. Up the rope he goes.
He needs to get it
From the top.
Whoa, look out.
wiping out the competition, but also possibly yourself. From above.
Incoming. All the way to the outside.
That had to have hurt just as much as it hurt your opponent.
No one comes out unscathed with a high-risk move like that. Whip back into the ring. And he's looking for it again, heading to the top. And Bret on the top rope and the referee knocked down, guys.
Well, tucked down Shawn Michaels, but accidentally tucked down the ref in the process. And at this point, all bets are off.
Michaels to the eyes of the Hitman. Shawn taking advantage of the referee's state at the moment. But what is HBK thinking now? Oh,
And now looking for a sharpshooter. Bret Hart's own move. Shawn Michaels trying to turn him on his belly.
And the referee dropped once again as Bret kicked Michaels away.
And another ref's in.
What is going on here?
I guess we're not going to get a screw job tonight, Wade.
Thesz press! Thesz press!
Oh.
Boom, boom! Champ's down. This one's for everything. Kicks out before the 2 count.
You expect these pins to last much longer at this stage in the match. Being set up in the corner for something. A complete stalemate of reversals here. Neither one giving an inch.
Step you in half.
His body has been the main focus of a lot of offense tonight.
Yeah, I think he's going to be feeling the effects of this match for a few weeks, Wade.
Hoisted up, powerbomb, desperate situation. Simple but effective technique to get out of that.
Quick takedown. So that'll end the pin. Caught in a bad spot. Down into the shoulder. Wow, that hurt. Stepping through. Sharpshooters in. Will they tap? Absolutely trapped. Nowhere to go.
And he is experiencing excruciating pain right now.
Trying to keep the hold on, but no, couldn't keep it locked in any longer.
The excellence of execution, looking to cinch it in. Can he turn his opponent over? Yes. Sharpshooter applied. Will this do it?
Struggling to get out of this submission. Struggling to avoid all this pressure to the back. Finds the ropes to force a break. A prime example of why you need to know where you are at all times. Watch the quickness on this. Ripped over in a snap suplex. Bret Hart looking to finish this once and for all. Sharpshooter locked in. Solid grip on this hold. Not letting go anytime soon. Bret retains the title.
Here is your winner and still WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart.
You can feel the uncertainty in the air already.
Yeah, who knows what Bret is going to do now?
A lot of questions still unanswered here.
Feels good to execute some long overdue showcase justice. Now, I'd like to switch gears, indulge myself a little, and use this technology to go up against 3 WWE legends that I've dreamed of competing against in a WWE ring. First up is a trip to the land of the extreme, ECW. When I first made it to WWE, I started on their ECW brand, but I always wondered how I do in the original ECW. Who would I face, you ask? Who is CM Punk's dream ECW opponent? And you know me, I aim high. And if I went to ECW and didn't call out the king of the deathmatch, the hardcore icon, if I didn't call out Cactus Jack to show me what extreme truly means, then what am I even doing here? The most violent of Mick Foley's alter egos, Cactus Jack tormented foes in the United States, Puerto Rico, Japan, basically anywhere that had glass, barbed wire, and fire was a place he wanted to compete. But I'd want my match to be at Hardcore Heaven 1994, a show made famous when the fans threw so many chairs into the ring it covered both Cactus and Terry Funk as well.
Please do not throw chairs into the ring! Stop the chairs!
Cactus Jack was a master of the Falls Count Anywhere match. It allowed him to be at his very best, and that is exactly what I want here. Whether you take me into battle or side with Cactus, you need to know that you're going to be in for a fight. But proving yourself against CM Punk is just as valuable as proving yourself as CM Punk, so you win either way. And I get to live out my dream no matter what.
CM Punk is here, and he is ready to return to the extreme.
Falls Count Anywhere in the ECW arena against Cactus Jack. I have a feeling that extreme will only be scratching the surface during this match.
an ECW World Champion in his own right. Is he truly ready for tonight? Because the ECW that CM Punk was a part of and the ECW that Cactus Jack was a part of are two completely different breeds.
Very true, but Punk has always embodied the heart and soul of ECW, no matter what era. And we know he's got a big enough chip on his shoulder to want to prove that at any cost tonight.
What we should really worry about is what Cactus Jack plans to do to Punk's heart and soul tonight. Because if Cactus has his way, it won't be pretty. And it won't be for the faint of heart.
CM Punk ready to go to battle. Ready to stand toe-to-toe with ECW's infamous Cactus Jack.
A disturbed, violent man with his sights set on CM Punk.
From Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 287 pounds, Cactus Jack!
Whether it's in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Tokyo, Japan, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Cactus Jack is revered as the most sacred of all hardcore icons around the world. And with the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation tonight, he might just drag CM Punk all the way around the globe during this match. Two men who have no problem making a show of force to get their message across.
And there is no better stipulation in no better venue to make such a show of force than a Falls Count Anywhere match in the ECW arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what we're going to see in this match. I just know that if either man has their way, we'll be seeing someone standing tall over a bloody foe.
Well, don't be so sure the winner won't be a bloody mess, too. Cactus Jack may be violence personified, but CM Punk didn't become the best in the world by shying away from getting his hands dirty when the situation calls for it. And in Falls Count Anywhere, you best believe the situation definitely calls for it.
Did I seriously just see a bite? Come on! A taste for desperation clearly sinking in there.
Oh! And averting damage there.
Exiting the ring, taking the action outside.
And now he's headed out of the ring.
Oh, Jack caught by the counter. Got him where he wants him. Up and connecting with the Falcon Arrow. And Cactus Jack is just so unpredictable. When you're in the ring with him, you never quite know what he's going to throw at you.
Well, I'd usually counter that you can't let Cactus get the chance to unleash his particular brand of insanity on you, but that's not a realistic possibility here. Punk just needs to do what he can to keep on Cactus and be even more unpredictable, if he can. Relentless violence is Cactus Jack's stock and trade, but it needs to be CM Punk's as well here.
Even though Cactus Jack and CM Punk have never faced off in the ring, Punk has had confrontations with Mick Foley in the past. In 2012, Punk brutally attacked Mick backstage.
And that attack almost led to a Survivor Series match where Punk and Foley would have served as team captains. But as they say so often, cards subject to change.
Well, I, for one, am glad.
What happens next is anyone's guess.
I can't wait to see.
He's able to dodge that one in time.
Time to go for a ride. Exploder suplex.
Strong counter from Punk.
Knees up. Knees were up. All the breath taken out of their body with that counter.
Not so fast. Hurricanrana.
Able to parry that one.
Boom! Crashing into the chair.
Oh, turned inside out.
Jack just got out of there.
Calf kick on the money. Oh, steel chairs aren't supposed to bend that way.
Oh, my! And he manages to escape just in the nick of time.
Boom! Ow!
Oh, man! Oh, my God!
Oh, didn't see that one coming.
Got him where he wants him.
Up and
Beautiful Falcon Arrow.
Countering that offense. Ooh, snaps the leg across the head. He counters with a great reversal.
now he's climbing the ladder rung by rung.
He's reached the top, not sure what the plan is now.
Not sure if he should waste all his time hot-dogging around.
Headed down the ladder to a slightly less dangerous elevation.
Oh, man. Oh, clawing the eyes. Oh, stiff punch.
Broken up with a fist to the face.
Mongolian chop.
What happens next is anyone's guess.
I can't wait to see. Holding nothing back on top of this entrance ramp.
Using the elbow as a weapon. Fires back with a crucial elbow. Strong kick. Fighting up on the entrance stage. So much aggression on display here. These two showing no regard for their well-being.
He breaks out with a well-aimed knee strike.
And enters back into the ring. Moves from the ring to the outside. Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
High rent district for CM Punk.
Up high. You gotta be kidding me.
There was no sense in that. It was all adrenaline.
Sliding. Here we go.
Huge miss right there.
Oh, walloped by a huge club.
Violent artistry, courtesy of Cactus Jack.
And a late pin attempt by Cactus Jack. Shoulder up before the count.
Look at the look on his opponent's face, Cole. He can't believe it.
And he turned it around.
He's completely tied up.
Oh, what a forceful clothesline.
He's heading to the top turnbuckle.
From the top.
Oh, he paid for that high risk. Oh, CM Punk stopped that in its tracks.
Wrenches the arm. Ooh, nasty kick.
Oh, just bludgeoning the competition with that blow. Sadistic Glee taking over Cactus Jack right about now. Punk doesn't seem to know what's coming. Delivers the suplex. Oof!
Climbing climbing up those ropes now.
Perched up top.
Diving knee drop. Again? He's making...
Punk about to take flight.
Off the mark.
That mistake might have cost them the entire match.
A high risk that was not worth it at all.
Back and forth, neither Punk nor Cactus Jack relenting. Talk about an absolute battle.
A battle of wills with both of these men showing the ultimate willpower. Just an all-time violent classic we're witnessing right now.
Fends it off. Good counter.
Struck with a calf kick. Oof, that certainly caves a chest in.
And CM Punk looking for support from the crowd.
Caught with the elbow.
Oh, that'll send a shock down your spine. And CM Punk looking for support from the crowd.
No clue what he hopes to find down there.
The steel chair, a classic for very good reason.
Oh, what a clothesline. Tope Atomico.
An unrelenting assault being brought to Cactus Jack.
Yeah, CM Punk is looking to inflict as much punishment as he can to truly slow Cactus Jack down. Now, opponent drop with a clothesline.
Punk never saw that coming, and he's finally found it. Fireball to the face! This could do it for the win. He's able to beat a 2 count.
His resiliency on another level. This match on another level. I am truly at a loss for words here.
Uh-oh.
Right to the kidneys from behind.
Boom! Good defense from him.
Reversed it right into the suplex.
Ugh, stomping down with all their weight. Great wherewithal to dodge there.
DDT! Good night. Using the chair with no caution at all.
Oh! Cactus Jack just continues to mount the offense.
Yeah, the viciousness of Cactus Jack on full display with this relentless assault on Punk right now.
CM Punk stopped that in its tracks. Everyone is on their feet in this building.
Absolutely showing the respect for all the exertion these athletes are putting each other through. Vicious. And blow after blow being absorbed by the midsection.
That has to make breathing quite difficult.
Now with kendo stick in hand, he's become even more dangerous.
Turning the tables.
Uh-oh. The top rope.
Whiplash neck breaker. Just tossing that kendo stick with total disregard.
Just ruthless.
The fight has been taken to Jack.
Oh, yeah. Punk's not backing down to Cactus here. Far from it.
That'll hurt. DDT.
Choosing to go after the head here. Interesting strategy.
Off the welts already forming from that kendo shot. Is victory close? This could be it. They kick out at only 1.
Somehow they still manage to have enough energy for a relatively quick kick out. Boom. He saw that one coming.
Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
And Punk gets countered there.
Punk dodges out in time.
Implanted by the DDT.
Taken to the floor, and he's got no worries about the count.
Smartly dipping out of harm's way.
And Punk making his way back to the ring. Uranagi by Punk. He turns it into the Anaconda. He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done. Put in the corner now.
CM Punk really trying to up the ante at this point as he climbs the turnbuckles and drags his opponent up there too. Arms hooked up. Oh, God. The plunge!
Put a bow on it. This one's wrapped up. Cover. We have a cover.
2. Good Lord. CM Punk just defeated Cactus Jack in the ECW arena.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
What a violent match this was. CM Punk has to have been feeling some kind of catharsis, making it through this, and most importantly, making it through Cactus Jack.
While Punk may have won the battle, but the thing about a sadist like Cactus Jack is that he has no problem soldiering on with the war.
Yeah, CM Punk and Cactus Jack just went through hell here. But we know for a fact that's where Cactus Jack feels most comfortable, win or lose. Punk deserves to celebrate, but he should also watch his back from...
Oh man, that was wild. The results don't even matter when you're in the ring facing legends and matches you never thought possible. A win, a loss, come on. It's about the moment here, and what a moment that was. Now that I got my ECW experience taken care of, I have my sights set on a man that many consider my dream opponent. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Despite our glaring differences, there's a lot of similarities between us. Give us a microphone and watch us captivate the audience.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
We do not back down from anybody, always ready to fight. Talking trash on an Attitude Era Raw against a prime Rattlesnake simply wasn't in the cards for my career, but at least with slingshot technology, I can make this match happen. All the respect in the world to Steve and every single achievement in his career, but trust that I'm going to bring the fight to him in a no-holds-barred match the second the bell rings. Austin wants to brawl all over the place? He wants weapons? Sounds good to me. Hell, I'm all for it after that fight with Cactus Jack. I've even got a special place in mind. A special arena in Chicago where we can have this all take place. Are you going to back me up and try to take down Stone Cold? Or do you think Steve Austin has my number? No matter what you choose, I'm going to do my best to take the head off the snake.
Son, you're looking at the best there is.
The best in the world, CM Punk.
Ready to try his hand at clobbering a rattlesnake.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
CM Punk has been in many epic battles, fought some of the all-time greats, but he's never faced a challenge like the Texas Rattlesnake.
But that's exactly what Punk came here for. He's not looking for a night off. Punk wants to test himself against a man who he thinks is one of the best to ever put on a pair of boots. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, but we'll see how Punk feels when those boots are stomping a mud hole in his chest.
CM Punk looks ready for this. I might even go so far as to say excited.
Well, it's not every day you get to tangle with a legend. Punk's dreamed of this chance to stare down Steve Austin. The Texas Rattlesnake is here, looking to hunt down CM Punk.
From Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
Steve Austin looks ready for a fight.
And he looks even more ready to teach CM Punk a lesson.
CM Punk wanted this. He wanted his shot against Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Well, you get what you ask for, Punk. A tall, cold can of whoop-ass is about to be opened up in that ring.
This is it. No holds barred between CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Talk about hard-headed competitors who insist on playing by their own rules. Austin and Punk would be a tag team made in heaven if either of them could stand working with somebody else.
But sometimes it's similarities like that which breed the most contempt. At last, these two Hellraisers get a chance to see who the biggest rebel in all of WWE is. Two men fighting right now that could not be any different when it comes to their backgrounds. Punk has often been a straight-edge antagonist, and Austin is forever known as a beer-swilling hero.
Yeah, these two would probably never hit the town together after a match, but there are so many other elements of their personalities that completely align. Both Punk and Austin are steadfast in their beliefs. They both love to fight more than anything and stand tall as icons of their respective eras.
It's almost like if they weren't so stubborn, they'd make the perfect tag team.
Every strike more devastating than the last. When chatting with CM Punk, Stone Cold Steve Austin said there's no quote-unquote time shift that Punk can take to put himself back in the Attitude Era. But right now, he's facing perhaps the best of that era, and Austin is in the best shape of his life for this battle.
I question Stone Cold's usage of the time travel terminology, but there's no denying that he knows how to brawl, how to fight with attitude. If Punk can overcome Austin in a no-holds-barred scenario, there will be no doubt that Punk can rule over any era in WWE.
There's no holds barred stipulation. Who do you think it favors? CM Punk or Stone Cold Steve Austin?
My money would normally be on Austin, who excels at ruthlessly stomping mud holes in the competition. But CM Punk is a very creative individual. Leave it to Punk to dream up the most dastardly, ingenious ways to utilize this stipulation and put Stone Cold in a world of hurt.
Over a decade ago, these two men sat together for a very intense confrontation. During that interview, CM Punk claimed he would have thrived during Steve Austin's era, just as he did today.
Punk also claimed that there were more sharks in the water during the Attitude Era than during Punk's heyday. Now, I take some umbrage to that since I was in the water during that era.
From the top! Totally missed that one. Time to go for a ride. Oh, an exploder suplex. He's out of the ring. What does he have in mind now?
With all this in mind, take it from me. Nothing good ever comes from rearranging furniture.
And he comes in under the ropes now. Power slam.
Whoa, literally back.
Shoulders down, cover. And he gets his shoulder up before the count.
Don't know how he can't get more than a 1 count at this point.
Ooh, and he manages to reverse. Beautiful. Neck breaker after the float over.
That was pretty.
into the corner here.
What could be the thought here? Balancing that table against the turnbuckles like this.
Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Not targeted the arm. CM Punk has to turn this around. In a no-holds-barred scenario like this, things can quickly spiral for him. Setting up for something here.
Face first impact.
Caving in the abdomen. Counter by CM Punk. Table behind him now, not where you want to be.
Using that table to demolish his opponent.
I understand getting yourself fired up, but he needs to stay on his opponent. Ooh, sidewalk slam. When asked about facing CM Punk, Austin claimed that he would push and prod to get the best out of Punk, to give Punk an even bigger mean streak than ever.
I'm not so sure that's humanly possible given the depths we've seen Punk sink to in order to secure a win, but I do not doubt the words of the Rattlesnake. When you're in the ring against Austin, you have to be at your best, and CM Punk will certainly need to compete at his highest level to date in order to secure a win.
Time to go for... Punk never saw that coming.
Kick, wow, stunner. Austin can put it away here.
Here's the pin. A kick out. I don't believe it.
There is that legendary fighting spirit of Punk on full display.
Anger is starting to show in the face of Austin. I think the Rattlesnake will do anything to close this out. When asked about the locker room of Punk's prime, Steve Austin was a bit dismissive, saying he'd only need 1 or 2 moves to beat him. As to the top talent like Punk and John Cena, it would take, quote, 3 or 4.
Well, I'm sure Austin meant to include me in the latter group, but all that aside, the Rattlesnake is veering into overconfidence with a comment like that. Could a legend like Austin beat most competitors handily? Yes. But to think he's also an echelon above first ballot Hall of Famers like Punk and Cena is a surefire way to be caught by surprise and suffer an embarrassing loss.
The Rattlesnake's being picked apart.
CM Punk somehow managing to exceed Stone Cold's intensity.
Something we've discussed before is that Punk represents the best of the modern era, and Austin the best of the Attitude Era. Both men have proven they can hang with the other's contemporaries.
You're right about that, Cole. Who can forget when Austin came out of retirement and defeated Kevin Owens in a main event battle at WrestleMania 38, which was also a no-holds-barred match, I might add.
That was definitely... CM Punk looking...
Uh-oh.
Boom! Fired back with that elbow. I expected this match to be hellacious, but Punk and Austin are truly outdoing themselves.
Yeah, this is a level of intensity we do not often get to see.
Stalking from above.
Watch out! Fist drop.
With the baseball bat into a camel clutch. This is gnarly.
This might just do it. This might just end it up. Trying to break the hold and is able to do it. Critical escape there.
A strong head scissors application. And now the elbows. Vicious.
Differing in-ring styles from these two men. Punk is methodical with his strikes and submissions, while Austin prefers to brawl as soon as the bell rings. That seemingly favors the Rattlesnake, doesn't it?
Look, nobody's going to bet against Austin in a no-holds-barred match. You think a man with an extensive MMA background like Punk doesn't know a few illegal moves that are normally grounds for disqualification? Well, tonight he's got them in his back pocket to snare an unsuspecting Rattlesnake.
Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect. Effective aggressively targeting the arm.
And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
Punk has Austin right where he wants him and is not letting up. Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen, go to sleep.
Is that enough to take out Austin?
Austin, kick, win! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold!
And into the cover.
These two Hellraisers are blowing the roof off this place.
And the WWE Universe is loving every second of it. Punk and Austin showing no signs of slowing.
Telegraphed that one and delivers a blow to the gut.
Austin caught off guard.
Spiked him.
Jeez, this is turning into batting practice now. Stunner on the jaw.
That looked just as devastating as what his opponent does.
He's still in this fight.
That move has brought him so many victories, but almost brought him defeat just then.
And Punk might have just swung for the fences, but it wasn't good enough. Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time.
And now gets tossed into the ring.
Right across the knee. Heel hook locked in. This is painful.
Bang! He finds a counter.
Evades the attack and not a moment. Opponent lifted up. Jaw, meet knee, go to sleep.
It's all Punk's for the taking.
That might have done it. This could be it.
It's all over. CM Punk has beaten Steve Austin.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
CM Punk, the best in the world, has stopped the Texas Rattlesnake.
But Austin did not go quietly. This was a no-holds-barred battle to remember. An iconic throwdown between two unruly troublemakers.
And we loved every second of it. Congratulations to CM Punk.
I have one last personal dream match that I'd like to make happen. And since I'm the one controlling the fancy fantasy time travel computer today, it's exactly what we're gonna do. He dominated the cruiserweight scene in WCW, then joined WWE, where he captured European, Intercontinental, and Tag Team Championships in short order. Eddie Guerrero was pure magic in the ring. And while I was still on the indie circuit, I watched Eddie return to WWE using his Latino heat to do the unthinkable. Capture the WWE Championship.
Eddie to the top rope. Frog splash! Frog splash!
Lying, cheating, and stealing his way to the top was the only way Eddie knew how to get things done, and the fans loved him for it. I always hoped that when the day came that I signed with WWE, I'd have the opportunity to perform with Eddie once again. But for now, we'll let Slingshot Tech make the impossible possible. Just like my matches against Cactus Jack and Stone Cold, who you choose is on you. No matter who you choose and no matter what happens in the ring, we're still cool. And Eddie Guerrero will forever be loved and missed. Viva la Asa, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a match many thought we would never see. Eddie Guerrero versus CM Punk.
Just listen to this ovation for the Second City Saint.
See? Latino Heat!
From El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero!
Just look at that smirk on Eddie's face. He's eating this up, not being intimidated by all the noise, not being intimidated by Punk.
Eddie can match Punk with his technical ability, he can match him with his mental game, and he can match him on pure fighting spirit. And once upon a time, when they met in the ring before WWE, Eddie had the experience. You have to wonder if Eddie can exploit that and make Punk once again feel like a rookie.
You have to think that Eddie would love nothing more than to take the win from Punk here in front of his home crowd.
Yeah, Cole, but whenever CM Punk is in Chicago, he fights like a man absolutely possessed.
CM Punk squaring off against Eddie Guerrero. And just listen to this crowd here in Chicago.
They are feeling the heat indeed. The ring psychology we're about to witness from these two is something that will be studied for years.
Two men who met decades ago before either one reached their heights, but now Punk and Eddie are so evenly matched. This already might be a match of the year candidate. Focused on weakening that arm.
CM Punk, Eddie Guerrero, two of the best to ever do it in that ring. They've crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Indeed, Cole. These two men engaged in multiple battles on the independent circuit during Eddie's brief time away from WWE when Punk was still an in-ring rookie. Punk's raw skills at that point sharpened Eddie enough for Eddie to return to WWE and become a world champion.
But now Punk has the skills and in-ring knowledge that equals that of Latino Heat. So you better believe Punk is determined to prove he's the better competitor tonight.
What a counter!
Punk formulating a move.
Clothesline! You know, so often when we have these dream matches, there's some sort of perched up top. Diving knee drop!
This Chicago crowd getting even more excited. CM Punk is showing what he's capable of against...
From way up, diving double axe handle. Attempting high-risk move after high-risk move at a breakneck pace.
From above!
Flying!
He lands hard.
He's got him in his grasp.
DDT!
Two men that are the epitome.
Shoulders down.
Is it enough?
Punk powers out, still going strong.
That may have been an easy kick out, but they'll surely get harder as this match continues.
CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another in 2002, which was less than 5 years removed from Punk's in-ring debut, only 3 years from when he decided to pursue professional wrestling full-time.
Even that early in his career, CM Punk was known as an indie dog.
Up high.
Crossbody from the top.
Getting to his feet, but nothing good is waiting for him.
Check out the springboard. Oh, launching himself from the ropes. Oh, big mistake, and that error could be costly.
And able to evade the offense.
And taken to the ground.
Latino Heat bringing a bit of a simmer to CM Punk as he starts to register some attacks. Hooked him up. High angle belly-to-back suplex. Oh, look at this. Measuring. He's about to unleash something big.
Trying a springboard. Didn't work out into a powerbomb.
Check out the springboard. Oh, clothesline.
He cinches Eddie in.
Pile driver.
CM Punk has an in-ring IQ that's second to none. But I wonder if even he can plan for a man who immortalized the phrase, lie, cheat, and steal.
Corey, let's not discount that Punk has shown he can be underhanded as well. But something we know about Eddie is that he knows when to dig even deeper into his bag of tricks when facing a more seasoned opponent. I think we'll see some antics from Eddie tonight that even Punk has never seen. Guerrero averts the attack.
Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
Punk proving he's seen this movie before, and Eddie can't find an opening here.
Boom, what a kick.
I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero, who once competed as a cruiserweight, foregoing any finesse now, instead choosing to trade these heavy shots.
The fight is on, and it's furious.
Oh, this exchange is whipping this capacity crowd into a frenzy.
Feels like a hockey fight just broken out. Boom!
Spinning roundhouse kick. And Punk is looking to the crowd for some support.
Totally helpless at the moment. Down into the shoulder. That hurt. Outside of WWE, Punk and Eddie have had a handful of matches. But when it comes to singles bouts, the record between these men is tied at 1 win apiece, with a time limit draw as well.
You cannot ask for a more even rivalry than that, Michael Cole. Each man is going to pull out all of the stops to earn that final, decisive victory. Eddie's got Punk seeing more stars than on the Chicago flag after that one. From the top. Eddie can take this one.
Oh my God, did you see that? Kick out at 1.
Simply unreal. Potentially inhuman. Kicking out at 1. How? How on earth?
And we know Eddie must be feeling desperate right now, unsure of how much more he needs to do. Climbing to the top. What's he thinking?
Time to go for a ride.
Oh, an exploder suplex. Turns that back on CM Punk. Oh, running drop kick.
Crushing the stomach with a stomp.
Kick to the gut.
Big drop kick to the chest. Oh, right on the arm. Grabs their opponent by the ankles into a powerbomb.
I'm looking for the pin here.
He gets the kick out after the 1.
Somehow.
Cover. Oh, come on. Blatantly
steal this one.
Quick count out after 1.
His opponent has to be absolutely frustrated right now. Reversed with a swift knee to the midsection. Goes for the suplex. Power up high. Oh, but dropping behind Eddie.
Into a chop block.
Brutal club.
And Punk has got to feel like he did back when he was a rookie. He still doesn't know how to handle Latino Heat.
CM Punk headed to the top rope. Look at the height. Frog splash. Got him where he wants him. Up and Falcon Arrow.
CM Punk turning his attention to the WWE Universe now.
Connecting with a sharp elbow. Bang!
Another blow to his core. This might be leading to something bigger down the line.
Catastrophic damage on the back. A steady stream of moves taking out Eddie.
Punk is not taking his eyes off Eddie for a second, and it is paying off.
Into a dragon screw. Game changer. Two men giving everything they have. Their legacies, their pride, all on the line tonight.
Yeah, and neither Eddie or Punk look like they're willing to concede victory yet.
Lands the elbow. To the arm. Oh, the elbow connects. CM Punk playing to the crowd now. Oh, the reversal by Eddie Guerrero.
Springboard misses the target.
Brought down with a DDT. And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now. CM Punk is firmly in the driver's seat. A reversal. He saw that coming. Oh, and it's reversed. Time to go for a ride. Exploder suplex. Now Punk's knee to the face.
Follows it up with a short arm clothesline.
And the momentum is shifting away from Eddie.
Guerrero needs to better assess the situation to turn this around. Back and forth. This has been an absolute showcase of fighting spirit from Punk and Guerrero. CM Punk with a quick movement. Uranagi connects. He's not done there. He's locked in the Anaconda Vice grip.
You can tell that's locked in deep. A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it. Caught the leg. Uh-oh.
Both athletes showing incredible reflexes here.
Staggering to his feet, but he won't like what's coming next.
Hoisted up high here. Huge sit-up powerbomb. Here's two. Both competitors digging deep into their well to keep this match going. Stuck in the corner, nowhere to go. Just eating right hands. Oh, that'll rattle you.
And he evades sudden, swift, and brutal impact. Double underhook backbreaker. Taking him to the... Punk now looking to reap the benefits of this dominance. Dragging his opponent up onto the turnbuckles. High risk, high reward. You're damn right, the plunge. Guerrero's on his last breath.
Is it enough? Is this the end? Two. Punk did it here in Chicago. This has to mean so much more for Punk than just a win. Defeating your idol is something few people ever get to experience. Let alone in front of your hometown, on your native soil.
You can just tell Punk is being overwhelmed with emotion right now.
Slingshot tech creating matches I only thought could happen in my wildest dreams is pretty awesome. but I see another application that, to this point, has not been attempted. I want to see Slingshot Tech show me what could have been, too. One of the questions I get more than anything else is some variant of, what do you think would have happened if you stayed with WWE in 2014? Now we have a perfectly viable tool to at least attempt an answer. Hopefully, Slingshot Tech is up to the task. While I may not know too much about what the future could have held, I do know that Triple H himself, after having sent his corporate goons after me following the Royal Rumble that year, was sizing me up for a matchup at WrestleMania 30. And I do know that if that match actually happened, I would have absolutely humiliated him in front of the world. No, there's no question in my mind I'd have run right through him. I'd waited years for this chance. After all his tricks during the summer of 2011, bringing in his friends to attack me, using his corporate position to constantly stack the deck against me.
I'm not picking a fight. I'm just saying be careful who you push. Because you know I like to push back.
I was ready to bring it all back to him tenfold. I'd have buried him. But let's see if you can breathe life into my words. WrestleMania 30, CM Punk takes on Triple H. Time to play the game? Well, Hunter, I hope you realize that CM Punk doesn't play.
The COO, the next World Heavyweight Champion, the Cerebral Assassin, the most powerful man in WWE, Triple H, is here.
From Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 255 pounds, the King, Triple H!
CM Punk wanted the game, and CM Punk's got the game. Let this be a lesson. Be careful what you wish for. Triple H is a 13-time world champion. He lives in the spotlight, and CM Punk may be Icarus flying too close to the sun with this challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on paper, this should be a mismatch. Look at the names that Triple H has competed against at WrestleMania. The Rock and The Undertaker, Batista and Cena and Brock.
Oh, so are you saying that CM Punk has no chance against Triple H tonight? Because Punk's got a nice list of WrestleMania opponents himself.
Absolutely not. Like I said, on paper, it looks like a mismatch, but you can't judge heart and guts. Love him or hate him, CM Punk has heart and guts in spades. It's brought him this far, and you can bet he plans to have it to propel him straight to the main event of WrestleMania tonight.
Well, in this business, plans change, especially when they're up against those plans that are so expertly crafted by a mastermind the likes of the Cerebral Assassin, Triple H.
This is thunderous!
CM Punk may be the voice of the voiceless, but the WWE Universe is making absolutely sure their voices are being heard pretty well right about now.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM
CM Punk, prepared for battle against the game, Triple H.
Not to sound like a broken record, but CM Punk has gotten what he wished for. And look at him. He's going to be overwhelmed here. The voice of the voiceless is going to be silenced by the King of Kings. And he'll have no one to blame but himself. What will he say to the voiceless then?
Well, CM Punk's never been at a loss for words, so I doubt he'd start now. The same goes for him being overwhelmed. Punk has always known this is where he belongs since the first time he laced up a pair of wrestling boots.
These are two men who are going to try to tear each other apart.
Tonight, Triple H is not the COO of the WWE. Tonight, he's an ass-kicking machine.
A lot of